There is fire on the mountain between Frederick Leonard and his wife, Peggy Ovire. Allegedly, Leonard traveled without his wife, Peggy Ovire. And the other day, people saw that Peggy Ovire has not been wearing her wedding ring. The wedding ring that she is so proud about. She is so fond of wearing and showing off her wedding ring. Happy that she is married to Frederick Leonard. But these days, she's no more wearing it. And that is why people start digging. Social media in-laws start like, what is happening? This lady loves to show off her husband anywhere she's going, if the man is free. Also, on her brother's wedding, Frederick Leonard was not there. So all these things together make the social media in-laws now thought of maybe there is fire on the mountain. Allegedly, there is quarrel between both of them. So for those of you who don't know who Frederick Leonard is, he's a big Nigeria actor. Not only a big Nigeria actor, but a very, very handsome guy. So for those of you who want to go and check him, that is what I'm telling you, go check him, okay? Anyway, so Frederick is a big Nigeria actor from Anambra State and from the from region Inewi. And if you all know about people from Anambra State, they love to marry from their own state, not even their own state. People from Inewi love to marry somebody from Inewi. They don't even appreciate going to the next village to marry. So now, Frederick got married to Peggy Ovire from Delta State. So you cross the whole river, you go Delta State, which make him getting married to Urobo. Okay? So I'm just trying to make you understand. Now, there was a very, very particular time that the interview Frederick, like, you're a handsome guy. What kind of lady will you love to marry, or if you are ready to marry, what kind of category of ladies you would like to marry, and the career, you know? And he spoke and said, first and foremost, the most important thing for me is that I will not marry a lady that is doing the same job as me. I will not marry a lady that acts or an actress. And they asked him, why? You are an actor. Why wouldn't you marry an actress? He said, no, because I don't want to marry a lady that we employ a house help for our children, because acting takes a lot of our time. We travel all the time. So I don't want house help to be the mother of my babies, and at the same time, house help be the one to cook for me. Because by the time we come from work, both of us, everything just going to be microwaved for us, for both of us. So I want a full housewife, a woman that will stay at home, that will take care of the children, a woman that's when I'm out, I know that I have somebody at home to take care of my kids. So it makes sense, right? I think normally it makes sense. But nobody ever see it coming that he is going to do the same thing that he said he will never do. Yes, he said he will never marry an actress. He will never marry somebody that is in the same line of job as him. But he ended up marrying Peggy Ovire. Now, you ask yourself, why did you do it when you know very well that you don't want this kind of thing? And for me, when I saw that interview, Frederick Leonard practically described a young, beautiful, obedient village girl that he can mold to his own pace. That is the kind of woman he wanted to marry. That is the kind of woman he envisioned to marry. But what now happened? Why did he divert from his principal, thoughts of getting and submissive and obedient, and those women that when their husband enter the house, they say, hey, welcome dad, you know what I mean. So but now, no, he got married to a mature lady that already knows what she wants, a mature lady that is very well exposed. Of course, it's not going to be that submissive. It's not going to be that, it's not going to happen that way. But he dated this very lady for 7 years plus. And as time goes on, this lady's Peggy start to like worry, like, my time is going. You're wasting my time. If you don't want to marry me, there are other fish in the sea. So at the end of the day, I think he thought, okay, I mean, how would I now tell people that I dated this lady for 7 years and a half or 7 years plus, and I'm now ditching her? So I think that's what I think. Nobody says so. That he married this very lady out of what people will say, out of pity, but forgotten that from his own village they want him to marry an Inewi lady, and that is what he wanted right from beginning. But he went against his own first will and married and proposed to Peggy. He proposed to Peggy, and of course Peggy was so happy, like, I got the most handsome guy in the city, and I got the man that every lady is dreamed of getting. So she was happy. As time goes on, they planned the wedding, but they ended up doing traditional wedding, which is also good. The wedding was okay. Everybody was happy for Peggy, for both of them. They were beautiful. So after the traditional marriage, people were expecting court marriage and church marriage, which is always the height of the heights. Money is not the problem for Frederick or for both of them. So, but then we are like, okay, maybe it's because they spent too much for the traditional marriage. They just want to like cool down, and afterward, time goes on, 2 years pass by, nothing. Only for us to be seeing Peggy right now without a wedding ring, and Leonard traveling on a vacation without his wife, Peggy Ovire. So guys, what do you think is happening? Do you think it's just like, okay, I just want a breathing space? Leave your comment. But I think if I heard what Frederick said in that interview, that actually it's the woman he wanted to marry is not Peggy. It's not a lady like Peggy. He really wanted a sweet village educated girl. Is different from city educated girl. You guys know what I mean. So he wanted that kind of a lady. And now, plus from his region, his parents, they want an Igbo girl, preferably from Inewi itself. And he went against all those wishes and maybe that of his parents. And now maybe he starts realizing, he starts like, regretting. And men now, he has so many choices around him. And of course, they haven't got any kids yet. So he may think this is the perfect way to start, correcting the mistake he did. And that is why now he's trying to maybe a little bit to correct his mistake by getting Inewi. Who knows? We don't know yet. But seeing him traveling without his wife, and his wife, floating everywhere alone, the birthday surprise that she normally do for her husband, this year she didn't do any birthday surprise, which was very strange. So all those things put together, give a sign of there is rain. Heavy rain is coming. Heavy rain is coming. But I think it's the fault of Peggy. You know that this marriage is not going to work. This man, a lot of people told you that they don't marry outside their region, outside their city. You went on, try to be a good girl, force yourself to marry. So now you have wasted almost 9 years. Maybe you will start afresh. What do you think? Ladies, see the red flag. Don't force yourself on any man to marry you. You are too beautiful, and every lady have a man waiting for them. Share your thoughts about this.